Faith,
Yes.
you're 22?
Yes.
What's up?
I'm having a problem getting pregnant.
All right. Wow,
Oh my
you're only 22.
Yes.
That's young, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you want to get pregnant so young?
So young. I have a child. She's 4 and she'll be 5 in April.
Ah.
So you had your first child at 17?
16.
Yeah.
And you don't think that's young?
Yeah, I think that's young.
Are you married?
No.
How about marriage? What about getting a partner to help you with these kids?
Her father, I don't really talk to him.
All right.
You know, I was watching some Jane Goodall stuff.
Well, listen, you've learned a valuable lesson.
We really have
come
regressed
a long way since you're pregnant at 16.
We have regressed. The women they're just a brood, and they just sit there with the kids.
Yeah.
And the guys are out in the brush fighting and
Foraging.
nothing to do with the kids.
You guys
nothing to do with the females.
get up on the roof, spread your legs. I got a helicopter that's equipped with a semen sprayer, and we'll just be flying over. That's it.
About noon tomorrow.
About noonish. Yeah. It's modified. It's the ones they use, the ones they use on crops. But I filled it with my own seed.
Your own seed?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I thought it was potluck.
Mainly mine.
Mostly mine.
Mostly mine.
Like I said, you always did potluck.
I got some little Chris's, and a lot of stuff's come through the mail. Yours, but it's basically my seed.
Good seed, though.
It's been stepped on. With little baby laxative and, like I said, some Chris and some of the other guests we've had on the show. But it's mainly my seed. You should get a pretty good kid out of it.
All right.
So you'd be up on the roof around noon.
So, Faith, you want
a dose.
You want to understand why you can no longer get pregnant?
Well, I thought I had, because I didn't get cleaned out when I first had her. I had to have a DNC.
That's nothing.
Cleaned out.
And then it took me. Well, actually, I was pregnant. I got pregnant like in last year in March, but I got an abortion.
Jewish.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah.
16. No dad in the picture. Obviously, we're talking to a Jew.
No, but now I've been.
Hold on. You gotta be kidding me. True. We're never wrong. This is. Wow. Hey, listen, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I admit it. You were not bat mitzvahed, Faith?
Huh?
You were not bat mitzvahed?
What's that mean?
Okay. Now
I'll take that as a no.
I'm going to take that as a no.
She's pointing your leg.
All right. So you got pregnant. What happened?
I got an abortion.
All right.
And when was that?
Last year.
Okay.
And have you ever, with the same man you're trying to get pregnant with now?
Yeah.
All right. So you can get pregnant with him. And
yeah, but we've been trying and nothing's happened.
Right.
Have you had any tubal infections or pelvic problems?
Not that I know of.
So you've never had any sexually transmitted diseases, no endometriosis, no problems with tube function?
I never
had an ectopic pregnancy?
And not no to the bat mitzvah?
No.
No, okay.
I think she's kidding.
Right.
She's kidding.
Have you been to a doctor to check out your fertility?
I've been to a doctor. The last time I've been to a doctor was last year when they checked me down there to make sure everything was okay.
This was after the abortion?
Yeah, make sure everything was fine.
Yeah.
And they said everything was fine.
Faith.
Well, here's the deal. One thing is that each time you have an abortion, it does increase the risk of fertility problems. So it's possible something's related to the abortion. It's not likely. You have an atubal infection, but that always is another reason that women can have trouble conceiving. We don't know about your boyfriend. Is he smoking pot or anything?
No, he doesn't do drugs.
Okay, and so he's okay. Right. We know he can conceive.
Because he's on probation.
You have conceived before.
What does he do, this guy of yours?
What does he do? He's a night stalker.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Night stalker stalker?
He kills the elderly in their sleep.
Night stalker. That's what I thought. It's a good gig. I used to do that.
He's a night stalker.
All right. Does he have a record?
No, he doesn't.
No, he's not been to the joint.
No.
All right.
How old is he?
19.
He's 19?
Okay. Listen, you two brainiacs. How about he gets a gig that's better than putting cans of Dinty Moore on a shelf at 4 a.m., and you guys get a little education, and he gets a couple years under his belt, and you guys get married, and then you crank out another kid.
Oh, Adam, you're so old-fashioned.
I know,
How
but
dare
listen,
you?
Faith, I hate to sound like a prick, but what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just.
Wouldn't that be a better life? I mean, what about the child? Don't you want to have your own home and have a nice, safe car and be able to provide and have him have a little more of a career?
Tell her your story a little bit so she understands where you're coming from.
But he's like dying for a kid now.
Well,
right. He's 19. That means he's an idiot. All right. Okay. Listen. I just hope something like her uterus fell out last abortion or something, and she can't have any kids.
But give me a little being poor speech, will you?
He's dying for a kid.
I know. 19.
What the hell does that mean? He's stocking shelves. Look, everybody. I know we shouldn't be passing judgment, but we should be passing judgment. Look, stupid 19-year-olds who have menial, horrible jobs should not be cranking out kids. That's it. They got a kid. It's her kid. It should be struggle enough for those two to make ends meet the way it is.
Yep.
And by the way, I don't want anyone who says, had the doctor look down there.
Yeah.
I don't want that. That's not a good mama. Give it a few years, idiots. Jesus, what's wrong with all you a-holes?
Well, give it a bit about, keep the poorness keeping you down.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
The poorness.
What happened to me?
You were poor.
Yeah.
And how it keeps you being
sucks.
poor. Keeps you.
My mom was on food stamps and welfare, and it sucked.
But it kept you down. And unless you do something to get yourself out of it, it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, well, because you get behind the eight ball, because you crank out a bunch of kids, and you can barely afford to take care of those kids, and you can never. This is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Your best friend when you're poor and you're a loser is time. You need to work your crappy job. In this case, the guy needs to stock his shelves all night, and then during the day, he needs to go to some sort of school or trade school or
vocation,
something. He needs to better himself. Now, the problem is when you start having kids, that's out the window. There's no working and coming home and then leaving again. It's all you can do to take care of the kids.
That's right.
And whatever extra money you may be able to put aside for yourself in order to support whatever these vocational training is or college or classes or whatever this is, that money's going in the mouth of the kid, so you never get anywhere. Meanwhile, you've never got anywhere, and ironically, the kids ain't going anywhere either because you don't put the money aside. You can't afford the schooling. It's
vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's loser. Yeah. It's why you have generations of losers. Just stop it. Here's where it stops. Stop cranking out the kids. And by the way, the impulse at 19 to want a kid is
dying to have a kid. That's weird.
Now you're just stupid. Yeah. So you're sort of doomed. You're doomed.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere. You didn't even forget it. It's done.
Yeah.
All right. Just don't kill anybody. All right. And by the way, she's already got one kid with some old man who's not around. Let's just say the 19-year-old who's stocking shelves knocks her up. What birthdays the kid make it to before he's moving to Florida, stocking some shelves?
He'll be great
in
Floridian.
Dade County. Yeah,
perfect.
He's already an honorary Floridian. They will do that. They'll deputize losers in other states. Yeah. 19, stocking shelves, trying to knock up your old lady, not married? You're now an official Floridian. You know how Bill Cosby gets all those bogus degrees bestowed on him? Florida should start doing that. Yeah, and maybe it's like, you got a job. I'm not sure if you're Florida material. I am trying to knock up my girlfriend.
You're in.